I've been scuba diving for roughly 6 years now. I'm PADI certified and open water certified, which means I can go to a depth of 150 feet. The word scuba is actually an acronym that stands for Self-Contained Underwater Breathing Apparatus. When it comes to the ocean, we have explored less than 5% of it. Within that 5%, we have discovered millions of species. Although we have discovered many, we still don't know everything. I remember my first time diving in the Antilles on an island called Bonaire. First, I would like to talk about my favorite creatures, the invertebrates. For those of you who don't know, an invertebrate is defined as an animal without a backbone. One of the most well-known animals without a backbone is the octopus. According to the World Animal Foundation, in the article Octopus, there are roughly 289 known species of octopi. They have the ability to camouflage both their color and their texture of their skin. They're very difficult to find, but if you know where to look, you can usually find where they're hiding. They tend to like small crevices and holes, and usually have like a kind of hoard outside of their holes with shells, trash, you name it. Another invertebrate are corals, which are actually living creatures. Corals are actually translucent, and the color from them actually comes from the zooxanthellae, which lives inside the coral. Corals begin as tiny polyps that grow and reproduce to form a coral head and then produce coral reefs. Corals are home to over 25% of the world's fish biodiversity. There are some 2,000 species of sea stars that are known to man. Not all actually have 5 arms. Some have 10, 20, even up to 40 arms. They also have the ability to regenerate limbs and even sometimes entire bodies once being eaten by predators. One really crazy thing about them is that they place their stomach inside of their prey, digesting them from the inside out. Now that we have discussed some invertebrates, let's move on to the most commonly seen underwater creature, fish. Sharks are in fact considered fish, but they are not exactly the same. There are approximately 400 known species of sharks, and within the last 10 years, several new species of sharks have been discovered. They have no true bones, but they actually have cartilage skeletons, just like in your nose. Some of the most commonly seen species of are reef sharks, sand sharks, and nurse sharks, all of which I have seen within roughly 100 feet of me. Parrotfish are the large pastel-colored fish, often featured in large aquariums. In Sport Diver magazine, they featured an article titled 7 Parrotfish Facts, stating that parrotfish can measure more than 4 feet and weigh up to 100 pounds. Something you might not want to know is that most of the crystal white sand on tropical beaches is actually parrotfish poop. At night, they encase their bodies in a mucus to protect themselves from parasites and predators. Despite the common belief, moray eels are fantastic fish to dive with. The green moray eel is not actually green. It's brown, but it has a yellow mucus-like skin that allows it to glide through crevices and cracks in the coral reefs. They also have 2 sets of jaws to draw in prey, kind of like Alien from the movie Alien. Some moray eels also have been known to enjoy human attention. If you look it up on YouTube, you can actually see divers playing with moray eels. Our third class of creature I'm going to introduce you to are sea turtles. Green sea turtles are one of the most commonly seen turtles while diving. In the article Green Sea Turtle, written by the Sea Turtle Conservatory, green sea turtles are actually the only sea turtle that is strictly herbivorous as an adult. They are also listed as endangered species and are protected under the U.S. and international laws. Adults have also been known to weigh between 240 pounds and 420 pounds. The loggerhead sea turtle is best identified by its reddish-brown color on the shell and its yellow belly. They have a vast habitat spanning from the open ocean to inshore areas such as marshes, bogs, estuaries, and bays. Their diet mainly consists of mollusks, crustaceans, and fish. They are also considered a globally threatened species. The leatherback sea turtle are the largest of all sea turtles and are actually the 4th largest reptile in the world behind crocodilians. Their main source of food is jellyfish, which is why many cities and states now are limiting the number of plastic bags that grocery stores can give away because they get into the ocean and these turtles eat them, which kill them. They also tend to be located in the open ocean and can live in water as cold as 40 degrees, which is the coldest temperature a reptile has ever been recorded living in. They are also considered an internationally critically endangered species. So today, we have learned a little about some of the animals we may encounter while scuba diving. While much of the ocean remains still undiscovered, what we have seen and found is truly remarkable. The ocean is truly an amazing environment. Covering more than 70% of the Earth, it is also 70% of the world that most people will never have the pleasure of experiencing in such a personal way.
How long was it?